Hi, I'm Jo. I thought I'd start off by telling you a little bit about how I came to create this channel and what I hope to achieve through recording some videos for you over the next few weeks and months. The truth is, I don't actually know when my menopause journey started. I know when I became aware that I was on it, and I am starting to appreciate that that's how things are for lots of women. It's not necessarily easy to say this is when my menopause journey began, or to notice the first symptoms or signs that perimenopause was beginning. I'll take you back to this time last year, really, was when things started to become a little bit harder to just dismiss. And as is often the case, these symptoms came about at a time that there were lots of external changes going on in my life as well. So the main one was losing a really close friend very suddenly and unexpectedly. And I think I put a lot of the symptoms that I was experiencing, like mood swings, tearfulness, anxiety, a sense of dread, difficulty concentrating, difficulty finding words, difficulty, all the cognitive stuff, decision making, remembering things, planning things. It all just felt completely overwhelming. And my good old inner critic showed up, not for the first time and definitely not the last, saying things like, well, you're just not coping as well as everybody else. You obviously just can't cope with what's going on. So yeah, that happened. And in amongst that too, I was in a really demanding role, clinical role, as a clinical supervisor at the time, and work had become increasingly pressured and stressful. And so I also put some of those symptoms down to feeling stressed. Things like the waking up early in the morning, not being able to get back to sleep, again feeling snappy and impatient with people around me, just generally feeling tired and like I didn't have the bandwidth for anything, kind of easily overwhelmed. I can remember reading supervision requests and not really being able to absorb the information that the therapist had included in there. And again, I think I put that all down to work stress, maybe being a bit burnt out. And I think with these emotional and cognitive and psychological symptoms, it's really easy to make them fit with other things that are going on. As a therapist, I feel quite ashamed to admit to any of this, as you might be able to imagine. What kind of therapist misses all of the emotional, cognitive, psychological symptoms? But I did, and again, I think that's all part and parcel of it. I had in my mind a really clear idea that menopause happened when you're in your 50s, and I wasn't quite there yet, and that in order to be in menopause you had to have hot flushes, and I didn't have hot flushes. So yes, it completely blindsided me. And for the longer it went on, I think after the loss of my friend, the longer these symptoms went on, the more I started to think that there was something really wrong with me. I can remember saying to a couple of my friends, I feel like something in my brain is just broken. Like it just doesn't work properly anymore. And the longer it went on, the scarier I found it. I'd gone from being this really probably annoyingly positive person, sometimes probably annoying, yes, to being somebody who could only see the negative in things. I felt anxious and afraid a lot of the time. Again, the cognitive stuff made me just feel like a bit of a useless heap, to be honest with you. My confidence, my self-esteem all hit rock bottom. I was finding that I was struggling so much at work, and doubting my decisions when I was able to actually make decisions, doubting them, second guessing myself, looking for reassurance from other people all the time that I was doing the right thing. Yeah, so that's pretty much where I was a year ago. And I guess looking back, leading up to that, there had been some telltale signs, things like I had lots of headaches. I had my first migraine in about 30 years. I had dry eyes. I had a urinary tract infection, which again had not had for years and years and years. Things like little cuts and grazes were taking ages to heal, and again I put it down to being run down. The dry eyes was because I was looking at a computer all the time. Getting run down was because I was stressed, and yeah, just until I feel like until the first hot flush I wouldn't even have considered, could this be perimenopause? Yeah, and as a therapist, if I'm saying that, and if I'm so unaware of all of these other signs and symptoms, there must be other people out there. Like, it can't just be me. So one of the reasons that I started this channel is because I wanted to share that with you, sort of my own ignorance and lack of awareness, and just get it out there that us therapists don't have it all sorted. We haven't got all the answers. We're not kind of superhuman people who just breeze through life. We have our own paths to navigate. So I've already decided I'm not going to edit this video. I'm sure I'll regret that at some point in the future, but overthinking just is my biggest enemy at the moment. So whatever this video looks like, it's an authentic slice of where I am now at this stage. So the other reason that I wanted to start this channel is because as a result of my own experiences, it made me really keen to help other women inform themselves and share coping strategies and all of the amazing skills and tools and techniques and experience that I have as a therapist that's really helped me to get myself back on track. One of the main things that's helped me, I sort of, because I'm a therapy geek, I had for a long time this sort of formula that I would use, which was about teaching people 3 key skill sets: the ability to steady themselves, the the ability to guide themselves and the ability to free themselves. And the more I applied that to the changes that I was going through and trying to navigate the losses, the gains, the wins, the more I came to see it as being a bit of a change formula, something that I can go back to time and time again, and that helps me to remember where I am, where I want to go, and stay aware of all of the things, the unhelpful self-stories and the unhelpful things that my mind says, trying to keep me safe, that can get in the way of me doing the things that really matter. So the other thing I'll be doing is sharing those tools and techniques and skills as part of the change formula. I really hope that this video has helped even one person. If one person sees it and thinks, oh, thank God I'm not going mad, or I'm not alone, then it will be worth the excruciating discomfort of making a video and putting it out there into the world. Yeah, I'll leave this story here for now, and hopefully you'll tune in again to hear more about my journey now and how I got to the point where I am now. I'd love to share that with you. Okay, that's it. I'm signing off now.